Honestly, with a community like this and a football team like this, expectations are high. We are supposed to be the cream of the crop here, and we expect to win. Coming in, though, good schedule, hard schedule. We liked our chances, but like I said, it's an expectation to win.
At first, there was a lot of nerves going into the season because obviously we were losing some players coming into the 2013 season. But I knew we'd be all right with the way we've always played together and all our friends, and we really treated as a family. So we knew no matter what happened, we had each other's backs. So I wasn't too worried.
I didn't know how far we would go in the playoffs, but I knew that it was going to be a good season.
At the beginning of the season, I kind of knew we were going to be successful based on previous years, but I didn't think that the outcome we had would be what happened.
There was a lot of questions going into the season, but I always knew we were going to be good. Did I know we were going to be as good as we were? Probably not, but I knew going into the season we were great.
You know, our biggest position is the quarterback position. That was a huge question. And then with our offensive line, we lost a lot of guys, but then a lot of guys started coming together and working together, and then made it the most successful season, obviously, in Fitch history.
Coming in, I know last year with the graduation of like Mike Koch, Billy Price, all those guys, we actually lost our whole offensive line. That whole area was nothing but up for grabs. There was no one person that was, I think Tony, Chuck, and Ryan were the only three returning linemen that started for us for 3 years. So that whole position was up for battle. With Darren Hall at running back, that was pretty secure. And then the big controversy we didn't know going into the season was the quarterback, whether it be Gabe or Antoine.
Between me and Antoine, there was especially in the quarterback battle, the media was always talking about, well, Matt Focos is leaving. How are they going to fill that gap? And, I mean, although you would think it might have torn us apart, it actually brought us closer together because pretty much every day in the summer we were working together. Pass routes, running, anything we could do to get our skills better as a quarterback. And it really pushed each other, our battle against each other. And Antoine ended up winning the battle, and that's fine with me. We still went 10-0, and it was really something I had to push through personally. But overall, it didn't put a damper on the season for me whatsoever.
We just wanted to do what's best for the team. If he started, it would have been okay with me as long as I just got to play.
Antoine Harris, our quarterback, definitely stepped up to the part and definitely played the position we needed him to.
Well, after the Brunswick game, I pretty much had the job sealed up because that was a good game for me.
By the first game, or second game rather, we kind of knew we had what we needed and when we would need Gabe or when we would need Antoine, so it kind of worked out.
Antoine showed out and played a great game, and from there led us to our undefeated season.
Biggest reason for our team's success is even though we were outsized, we all had chemistry together. We all played together for a long time, and we just had the same passion and knew the game together.
Being as seniors, playing with each other for about since we were 6 years old, most of the senior class, so it kind of helps a lot.
We all knew each other since we were little, playing with the Colts and the Falcons. And we play together, and we play as family.
We just had that chemistry, and we had that bond, and we were just like brothers out there.
I mean, we always talk about our brotherhood and how we play as a family, but a thing that is really underlooked is all the hard work we put in the off season. Like we said, there was a lot of adversity. We were not supposed to be good. The amount of work we put in was just endless. I probably lost that whole summer with my friends and everything, but I gained it with all my brothers playing football, and I don't regret that whatsoever.
We were some fighters out there.
It really doesn't matter how big you are or like how fast you are. It's just how hard you play. It's the fight in the dog, not the size of the dog.
Coach Arnold is basically the team.
Definitely taught us more than the game.
He was like a grandpa.
He's basically the father, just like all the other coaches. He's the main man. He helps us out whenever we need it, even with school, especially grades. But he just keeps us on track, and he pushes us to.
We would come in on Saturdays and just like some of us would just watch film. We would hang out. He was the one who encouraged us the most. Coach is a great guy. He actually helped us out a lot. And that's why, Coach was in the family hood too. That's why we call him Grandpa.
He cares about the football, but he cares about how we are as men. Like, that's his philosophy. If we go 10-0 like we did, that's just a bonus.
He's one of the best coaches I ever had.
Defining moment would have to be our first game. We set the tone. Everyone doubted us that game. We were outmatched, outsized, but we just came out on top.
I'd have to say our defining moment may have been, I'm going to say, the Harding game, because that was game one. We were supposed to lose. 7 out of 9 picked us to lose, and we came in there and beat them 48-0 on open night in front of a packed house. And I really think that set the stage, and that defined our entire season.
Going into Mollenkoff Stadium and just shutting them out 48-0, that was a big pivotal point for us to set the standards right from the get-go.
The defining moment of the season would definitely be beating Massillon.
My favorite game was the Massillon game because no one expected us to win that game. No, they had us counted out, and we showed up.
The most exciting game was the Massillon game, I say.
The atmosphere was just amazing. I've never seen I've never seen the stands filled so much. It was amazing.
That was a crazy game. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone remembers that game. Everyone was here.
That game will live with me for the rest of my life.
We went into a 30-second, little scare at the end of the game.
Can't really speak for everyone else, but I was nervous.
I can't even tell you. I was like I was sitting down on my knees, hunched over. I didn't want to look. My heart was cringing.
But Tyler Hewitt sealing the deal, the last play kind of set my my history.
Just don't let them score. That's the only thing you can do.
When that ball hit the ground and that clock hit 0, when we rushed the field, I was the first one on there. But trying to catch my breath after that.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever forget that game.
After we beat Massillon, we knew we were a good team. We came back to practice feeling like probably the #1 team in the nation. My favorite game probably beat Mooney. I don't really like Mooney. They're a rival team. So being up on that was pretty good.
That game was a close game. We came out flat, and then we started battling back, and then we came back and we took the lead again. A surreal moment at the end, too, going 10-0, realizing that we just went 10-0. Going into to the playoffs, we were the only team that was 10-0. We were the only team that was unbeaten, and no one was really talking about us. We were kind of under the radar. We beat Marysville. We went into Westerville Central, who was putting up 50 points a game. We held them to 14 or something like that, a low amount. And then we were rolling. And
even though we lost 28-0 against Eds, we left everything on that field, and we honestly went in the mindset we were going to win.
Going into the Eds game, we were all thinking, we got these guys, we could win it.
There was no doubt, like, oh, great, we're playing St. Ed's, we're going to lose. It was, we're going at them 100%.
We honestly did think we could make it to the state championship.
Not to sound cocky, but I think we're probably the best team Fitch has ever had because we've had the best season that Fitch has ever had.
I think we're up there. We're definitely up there with the top.
I'm not trying to be cocky, but I'd say we're up there, especially with the Hall of Fame team from '92. We'd pretty close. We'd be up there.
Oh, I think we're #1. I'm just going to go out and say it.
We're the ones that went undefeated, so I guess we get the little bit of bragging rights on that.
Oh, for sure at the top. I for sure feel like we were, if not the best, second to best. Because of all the accomplishments, first year back-to-back playoff appearances, first year 10-0. We beat Massillon on our home field. It was everything. This whole year was just an amazing season.
It's not cool to be cocky, but I don't really care because it's something that happened once in my life, and I'm gonna go ahead and say how good we did. And I mean, making it all the way to week 13, going 12-0 before that, and the numbers we put up, how amazing our defense was. I don't think there was ever a defense as good as ours by the numbers. I would have to say that put us on top.
Well, lately we've been just getting better and better every season. I feel like we'll just keep going up and up until we reach the top.
I hope we can build on that and want to become 10-0 again and go to the playoffs.
Fitch has just had a history. That's what it is. We made the official history with the undefeated, but this whole program has been history. It is what makes Fitch run. I mean, that's just how it is, and that's how it will be in years to come.